Hi, I'm here to show you today how to make a movie for free for YouTube. I use Microsoft Windows Movie Maker. I use 2.6 because that's good for Vista and for Windows 7. Any of the earlier versions you can use for Windows XP or earlier versions of Windows. Anyway, go into Google, type in Movie Maker or Movie Maker 2.6 if you want the one for Vista or 7, Windows 7. Go to the Microsoft page here, download details, Windows Movie Maker 2.6 at Microsoft.com. Go there. Once you're on the page, you have all the available downloads with different languages, for different languages. I just go right down to the bottom. I change my language into English, change that. Then you have your dial-up connection or your cable connection. I have a cable, so I tick in cable connection, and then you press your download button here. Okay, then you have your save your file. I'm doing this of course in Windows 7, so with XP it's going to look slightly different. Save your file, and here you have your download here, Movie Maker 2.6 English. Okay, then you install your Movie Maker. Once you've installed it, you open it and you have this. This is Movie Maker 2.6. It's a really handy little tool from Microsoft and I'm very pleased with it. What you do is, to start making a movie, you first import your video. So you go to import into collections, open that up, and then you come into your computer. I'm going to take a really boring clip of snow, and I have one here. So I tick on my video of snow, and then I click on import. Okay, that brings up the little window where your video is being imported. Here I have my video. It's a video of snow. I'm just going to show you it here. It's not very interesting. So that's my video of snow. But what I'm going to do to work with it, I'm going to add it to the timeline. So you see here, you right click on your video here and then add to timeline, and then you add it to the timeline. You see now down here you have your video here. This is the video, the first one, and under by audio you have the audio that was on your camera when you took the video. You can actually add new audio. So anyway, first what I'm going to do is do a title at the front. I go to tools. You can use auto movie. I never use that. I do titles and credits. Okay, I'm going to make first a title at the beginning. You have a title at the beginning, a title before a selected clip, so you can select a clip and then make a title, or credits at the end. The credits at the end, that's rolling credits. So a title at the beginning, I'm going to do that, so I tick on that and then I just type in snow. Pity I can't spell. Well, who cares? Snow today. Snow today. You can change the title animation into, say, let's do fly in, fly out. If you look here to the right, you'll see exactly what happens. Here, this one is exploding outline. Okay, fade in and fade out. So these are all your options in your title possibilities. You could do your credits also. Look, if I do credits, so credits here, you see all those different options you have. So just play around with it and choose the one you want. Okay, I'm going to do the exploding one. Then I'm going to change the text font and color. Here you have the colors. I don't like that dark blue, so I'm going to change it into a really nasty purple. You see, if you look to the right, the color has changed and it's an exploding title. And I don't like the color of the letters, so I'm going to change them to black. Okay, here, snow today. That's it a bit. You have also the size of your letters. You can make them bigger. You see? You can put them to the left or the right or the middle, and you can bold them if you want. Make them bold or make them italic. Okay? You can also make them transparent. Now that's it a bit. Okay, then you do done and add title to the movie. Now you have right at the beginning of your movie the title. I'm just going to play it. It's here on the right again. That's my title. And then the snow video starts. You see, it's really very easy. I've imported a second film, and this one is just snow falling, so it's even more interesting than the first one. The reason this line is so handy is you can just put it anywhere, and wherever you put it you can add your second layer of audio over the top, or you can put a title overlay, which means a title on top of your video, or you can add transitions or other extras to your video. Anyway, so I'm putting it here and I'm going to show you how to cut your video. Now I turn on my video here. This is the snow falling video. Incredibly interesting. It's playing on the right here, and as soon as something starts happening, which is just not going to happen in this video. No, nothing is going to happen in this video. I'm going to take this video away. So by taking it away, I turn it off and I just delete it. I right click on it, I take it out of the timeline, and I'm going to add, actually I'm just going to add the second. Now I'm going to import a completely new video because that's just too boring. Road and snow, maybe a car goes by in this one, you never know. Anyway, so I add that to the timeline. You see it comes up behind my first video. You can turn those around there. You can just right click on them and then select copy or cut and then add them to a different place in your video. Anyway, so this one, I'm going to turn this one on. I right click on it and then I press this little button here. Okay, cars going by. Okay, and I'm gonna cut it by ticking on this little thing. I cut the video. You see now in the timeline I have an extra video in between, and that's the piece I want and the second piece I don't want, so I'm just going to delete the second piece and get rid of it. So that's how you cut your videos. Now to add a transition, I'm going to add a transition. What you'll see is these videos don't go really well into each other. They just change very quickly. You see, from the one video to the other it changes very quickly. So I go back to this position here and I tick on the blue line in between the videos, and I do video effects, or I can do fade in and fade out. That's always very handy. Or I can add a transition, which means I go right to the top, I go to tools and I do a video transition, and here are your transitions. Let's say I'm going to do dissolve, is always very nice. So I'm going to add the dissolve transition. What I do is I pick up this transition, I actually pick it up and I pull it and I add it to exactly where I want it. Okay, and now I'm going to show you these videos should go much better over. Okay, here. You see, that was the transition you just saw. Okay, so that's how you add a transition. And how do you add extra music? Now, I don't like the noise here. Birds and not much going on, and then the car coming up. Here comes the transition. Car noise. Okay, I don't like that noise too much, so what I'm going to do is I can mute it. So I tick on it. I tick on actually the bar with the noise in it, with the audio in it, and I can tick on mute, and I tick on the second bit and tick on mute. Okay, and what I can do is then look on my computer for a piece of music I do want. I know I've got a piece here, so I go into import into collections, and on my desktop I have a piece of music that's maybe a little bit handy that I made my last film with. Let me have a look. Ishi the Killer song. Okay, so I'm going to import the Ishi Killer song. I import it, and you see it's here now, and what I can do is add it to the timeline, and it will just come up on this third thing here. So I add it to the timeline. You see there's my Ishi the Killer song, but my Ishi the Killer song is much too long for my whole video. So what I'm going to do is go right up to the end, tick on it, and I get a red, or maybe on this video it's a different color, a red arrow, and I pull the video right the way back to the end of my video. Now the Ishi Killer song is as long as my video, but it will you see, but it stops rather abruptly. I can't say that word, sorry. Abruptively. It stops rather abruptively. And so what I can do is tick on the audio thing, and I can do also a fade out. So let's see if that's any better. Slightly better. You can also add a transition or something to make it fade out much harder. So that's it a bit, and you can just add your credits right at the end of your video. So back to titles and credits, and right at the end I have credits at the end. I could have added also a title onto a clip, a selected clip. You can do that very easily. So credits at the end, and then I do this movie made by, and then on the other half I put Lisa Issue. Whoops, can't even spell that. And I can change again the animation. Scroll up stacked is always nice. Paired. If you look to the right, you'll see the different possibilities. Over. See? There it is. Okay, and then I done and add this to the movie. That's it a bit. Now have fun.